What up, cuz?
What it do, cousin?
Tell me about it. How you feeling?
I'm mad with you.
What I do?
Cause I called you before we went live and you no answer.
I'm sorry. I was outside. I had the phone on the charger.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm not mad no more.
Well, that's good. Well, let's welcome everybody to Naturally High Lit Sober.
What it do? Welcome.
Dee. No, my co-host that's crazier than me, Dee Mouse. And y'all know who I am. Low.
Big Lowski.
Yes, ma'am.
Salam alaikum, my brother.
Wa alaikum salam and bean pies and pork chop sandwiches too.
You know what?
Y'all know I'm just kidding. But yeah, let's wish a host humorous here after birthday to Malcolm X.
Salam alaikum.
Wa
I don't know
alaikum.
I don't know what they say for happy birthday because I don't think they celebrate birthdays. But
We just say, may peace be on to
exactly, that's salam alaikum.
you. Yeah. And like I said, a lot of people never like him because he stood for, well, I'm in agreement for what he stood for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one thing he did, one thing about him, everybody had their own ways that means effective. Like nonviolence, but he wasn't trying to hear all that hurt other cheap crap. That man said by any means
necessary, excuse me. Yep.
Yeah. But I remember the first time we saw the movie Malcolm X.
Oh, he's bad, Mama Jamma.
A friend of mine and a friend of mine were watching it. And they were like, did he really have that much? I said, yes, he did.
No, he did not see you play a Malcolm X movie. I'm listening, cuz your cousin, the next lady right there, say hey.
Hey, the next lady.
Yeet.
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 No yeet. I just get a whole lot of yeet.
Don't be doing my yeet, man.
Look, no, it's not no yeet. It's a whole lot of yeet.
Oh, a lot of yeet.
That's why I said no yeet. No yeet, whole lot of yeet.
Mm-hmm. So how was your day yesterday?
Well, we went to Chili's.
They still got a Chili's?
Yeah, they still got a Chili's. But Saturday we went to Applebee's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big bag.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you something about Chili's though. They're a lot different from Applebee's.
I've never been to Chili's. And Macon doesn't have a Chili's.
Well, I've been to Chili's, Applebee's. I've been to both of them. But one thing about it though, it be crowded during football season.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot of Carolina Panthers fans up here.
Yeah, of course.
Except for one thing though.
What?
I'm not into I ain't gonna say I don't like the Panthers, but I'm gonna stick with my Falcons. Now I watch the Panthers because that's the only team I got to watch up here.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the local team. But my heart is always gonna be with the Falcons. Win, lose, or draw.
Yeah.
And what I always say about that, dick riding is not a form of transportation.
Hello.
If you either you down or you're not.
Let me tell you how our day went yesterday.
Do tell.
We went to church, praise the Lord. Got our praise on.
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Oh yeah.
Then we came home. And then we got ready to go to a play. My cousin-in-law and two of my friends that I know was in this play called Prayer Changes Things.
Prayer Changes Things. Was it one of them low budget independent plays?
Well, I don't know what you call low budget.
But like this, it ain't known
yet. Yeah, it's locally known in Macon.
Okay.
And they just started, so but it was really good. That was the first time I've been to a play. first time Babe been to a play, so it was like a date night for us.
Well, I've been to plays before.
I really enjoyed myself at the play.
I've been to plays before.
Now I done been to high school plays where I was in the plays in elementary school, but to actually go see a real play.
I went to see the American Chorus Line.
Never heard of it.
Broadway.
Now you know what? I take that back. Since you mentioned Broadway, I did go see The Lion King a couple years back.
Okay.
A long time ago.
Okay. But I went to see the American Chorus Line. And they had that little skinny little motherfucker in there talking about, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball. I was like, what the hell is he saying? But he was singing though. But you know that one thing about Broadway, they was singing.
Yeah.
And I know you remember Fame.
Mm-hmm.
The movie was good, the show was good, but the movie was better.
And then I never seen Rent, and I wanted to see that.
You did.
But I like some of the songs I've heard of. I really think the play set the tone because I seen the movie. And I ain't like the movie.
You didn't. Well, you know what though, just like Tyler Perry, I like his plays, but I like his movies.
I like both.
Me too, especially the Medea Goes to Jail. Man, you know that's my favorite, one of my favorites. Now I know that. Look, I know
he
that.
got his shows I like too.
Yeah, like Meet the Browns and House of Pain.
Sisters, Fatima.
Man, they ratchet on them.
And that's why I love it.
Well, you know what though, we ain't down with all that rap. We more about peace, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we more about peace.
Yeah.
I mean, that ain't how black people supposed to. They be trying to make blacks look bad. I don't like that.
Well,
But
I don't take it that way. All the Queen's men, I take that as everybody keep underestimating a strong black woman. So we get out here and we hustle harder than men.
Yeah.
Sisters, you got different dynamics of black women.
And they cry all them crazy as hell.
Crazy in their own way. Danny,
Exactly.
the thick one, that's me.
Yeah.
Danny's me. Because I push people away when they trying to love me, trying to get to know me, stuff like that. So I relate with Danny. I used to be Andy.
She gonna be alone,
stupid. Mm-hmm. And then Fatima, Fatima.
She's just calm.
I love Zach and Fatima. I love their chemistry on the show. Like, they make you really feel like they are in a real relationship when they're not.
Yeah, but you know what's funny though? With Tyler Perry, he really had to have people acting like they from Atlanta.
Well, they are from Atlanta. The whole show is based in, all his shows are based in Atlanta.
Oh, I know all that, but he ain't even from Atlanta.
He's from Louisiana.
And you know it's funny though, because just like Man and his wife, they ain't from Atlanta, they from Texas.
Yup.
But he talk like he from Atlanta the way he talk.
Yeah.
Coffee song, brother.
Honey, where's the lighter? Oh, never mind.
Well, you know what? I like Mr. Brown though, because I didn't know he started out as one of singing with Kurt Franklin. I thought I seen his fat ass on that commercial. Churches, chicken. Thought I seen that ass. I thought that was him. I thought he looked familiar. So that was his fat ass up there in the front about churches, chicken. You don't tell the truth.
Yeah.
But guess what though? That was one of my favorite commercials back when I was living in Georgia. I used to watch just the music. Churches, chicken.
I love them from singing with Kurt Franklin and stuff, but I don't remember the commercial.
I do.
I remember I still got Similac on my breath.
Yeah, but I remember the commercial because like I said, churches ain't going on back in the day.
Yeah.
But you know what, though? Maybe kind of scared to eat at churches now.
Yeah.
And they closed, I know they closed one down up in Greensboro. Yeah. But they got one on Martin Luther the King.
Not Martin Luther the King. They said that in the play last night.
Martin Luther the King. Well, they got one on Martin Luther. Well, you know, every black area, no matter where you go, got a street named after Martin Luther King.
Macon got one. Atlanta got one.
Greensboro, Raleigh, Durham, Charlotte.
They even got a Martin Luther King in New Jersey, and all of them are drug infested. Or it's a lot of homeless. But it's downtown somewhere.
In the hood, too.
Exactly, and that's like,
go on the planet Earth. If you find Martin Luther King, you're gonna find the hood and you're gonna find some dope.
Yep, that's exactly how it is. Because, and that's not a good representation of Martin Luther King. Like, he ain't live and die and speak the truth, the word, you know, God's truth, and you know, all that good stuff, just to be having streets named after him and everybody tricking off.
And you know what he probably
getting drugs and stuff.
You know what he probably
now.
saying? You know why he probably saying that?
What?
Fuck man, if I was still living, I'd move to Canada.
Somewhere.
Hey, you remember on the Boondocks when he said, "Well, y'all, no, please shut the hell up."
Hell up. Yeah.
I still like that episode.
Oh, here, because I don't know where the lighter is. Get us, mom. Get us me.
Yeah. But like I was saying, though, all the great leaders gone now.
Yeah.
Last one we got standing, I think, here in Atlanta is Andrew Young.
Yeah.
And you remember Hosea Williams? I'm glad I got a chance to meet him.
I got a chance to meet him, his daughter, when they was doing the Jose Feed the Hungry and the Homeless.
Yeah.
I met him.
Well, I met Hosea Williams back in the 80s in Kirkwood.
Well, yeah, because you was a civil rights member.
I'll go to hell. No, I wasn't. But guess what, though, cuz?
What?
He called me out. You know what he said? Ain't you Velma Burton's grandson? I said, yes, sir.
Wow.
When he said my grandmama's name, I said, yes, sir. I told you. Didn't I tell you? You weren't even born yet. But hell, before I was born, if you were black living in Atlanta, every black person knew everybody.
Well, I was born in New Jersey, so.
I know that, but I'm just saying, everybody knew if it ain't, it can be from the neighborhood, school, your job, your church.
Okay, somebody bad.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of black people know a lot of black people and knew a lot of black people back when I was growing up. Especially in the Kirkwood area.
Yeah.
I told you when one of my cousins passed, I think it was in 2007. When we went over there to the repast. And you know how American was first, right? She was shocked that I had family in Kirkwood on both sides.
Wow.
But what got her too, a lot of them call me Carlos, but a lot of them call me by my nickname too.
Bert.
Don't tell everybody.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
It's all right, but anyway, like I was saying, no. Yeah, they call me Bert or either Carlos.
I ain't think that was a secret.
It ain't no secret. Everybody know. I just don't like nobody calling me Bert.
Well, I don't call you that. I call you Carlos, cuz.
Praise the Lord, yeah, because I tell people, a lot of people that know me, like, if they know my family or know me most of my damn life, they call me Bert.
Yeah, how you think I feel? My nickname is Debbie K.
Debbie K. I always thought your name was Dale. But anyway, like I was saying, though, but in that, what I was saying, black people know each other in Atlanta.
Yep.
I mean, I remember going to the top of, in Georgia, talking to people, then they bring up my family, and I said, you know my family.
Back in like the 80s, I can speak for the 80s because when we moved down here in Georgia,
Yeah.
it's not even before we moved down here, we visited. My grandmother and my grandfather used to always leave their front door unlocked. That was like the weirdest thing to me. Because back home, we locking doors.
Well, you know what? No, the South was like this back then.
Where the whole neighborhood whooped your ass before you got home type shit. Yeah. Like, it was literally back then a village. It took a village to raise these kids. That's why a lot of us are more mannerable than the rest.
So I'm going to say this before we close out. All that went out the window when Soul Train went out of syndication.
You right.
Yeah, but it's time to shut down. But we want to thank everybody who took the time to tune in, check out, view, and watch Naturally High, Less Sober with me, Lo, and my co-host, my cousin crazier than me, Dee Moss. Those who haven't subscribed, if you find it in your heart and feel it in your soul, please hit that like and subscription bell, and we really would appreciate it. And live chat is always available, welcome, and optional. But if you don't want to be seen or heard, hit the like button. Leave your comment on the live chat. That'll be acceptable, and I surely will appreciate it. But same time tomorrow.
Yes, sir. 7:30. Unless I want to go early and it just depends.
Well, 7:30 or further notice, we'll be back tomorrow. But until then, y'all, God bless you. We love you. Y'all be good. Take care of yourself and each other. Follow those basic instructions before leaving Earth. Live righteous, stay humble, and let's all continue to strive at on one accord. So until tomorrow, peace. 2 fingers. We out here like last year. So see ya, and we ain't